In the last session, we have uncovered SOAP palette and how to implement SOAP over HTTP web service using TIBCO BusinessWorks 5. And in this session, we will try to uncover JMS palette and how a queue receiver works or is implemented in TIBCO BusinessWorks 5. For this, we need TIBCO Enterprise Message Service, which is a messaging system from TIBCO. And I have started the Enterprise Messaging Service in my local machine. And this is the EMS admin tool where we can see what are the queues that are currently available in my machine. And this is this is queue.sample, which is used in this project. And this is TIBCO Designer, which is used by TIBCO developers to design and develop BusinessWorks 5 applications. On the left-hand side, you'll see the project panel, global variables, tester, palettes, and we are exploring these panels as and when we are going through each of these options. And these are the project files. This is a queue receiver project, which is shipped out of the box from TIBCO itself. And this golden play button, this process definition is the starter process, which signifies that the process flow begins in this process. And this is JMS Queue Receiver activity, which receives messages on a specified queue, which is queue.sample in this case, and the message type is text, and it, it logs the message which is sent on the message queue in the body of the message, and that's the end of this process. For this, we need to connect to our EMS server in our local machine, and this is the JMS connection shared resource. I'll test this connection, and test connection is successful, which means that this queue receiver is able to connect to the local EMS server. In order to put some messages on the queue, I need to create a process which can send messages on the queue which is specified in the queue receiver. I'll name this process as queue sender y, and go to palettes, JMS palette, locate the JMS queue sender, and connect this transition from start to queue sender, then to the end. And let's define this JMS queue sender. I'll use the same JMS connection, and the queue name is queue.sample. The message type is text. And for now, I'll set it as test message 1. And either I use double quote or a single quote. I'm using double quote here. And First, I'll try to send the message on the queue. Message is successfully sent, and the message is test message 1. Now, let's see if my queue is created. The queue will be created dynamically because I have created a queue name called greater than symbol, which means that any queue which will be used in the application and not created in the or not created before will be created automatically. And I see one pending message here. Let's try to send another message, and this message I'll say test message 2. I need to stop in order for the change to get affected and test it again. And let's see if I have 2 messages now. I see 2 messages pending on the queue, waiting to be received. So this time I will trigger the queue receiver. The message is received. The first body of the message is test message 1, and here the input data says request test message 1 and next job. The second message is test message 3, and the message is received on the queue receiver, and this is the log message. I'll stop here and continue.